In this city, anytime students get together with students from other schools, it's always competition. And this was just an amazing experience. 8 schools, different boroughs, people who never would have been in the same space. To have everybody doing the same thing, to have that kind of support and collaboration is so rare in a city of 8 million.
I think that so many of these students have just been so lonely and so starved for these connections, whether it's with their classmates at school or now getting to see students from other schools, to actually be in person and produce theater in front of other young people feels really, really exciting.
When it all went down with COVID, Jamie and I had a conversation about what can we do, and I pitched this idea to her that was the beginnings of the virtual theater lab, and it was a kind of a wild idea.
And the idea was to give students an outlet to find their creative voice, to figure out how to tell stories that really mattered to them.
We built this new ensemble. We met on Zoom twice a week, and we created and devised a piece of theater that was in response to the moment we were in.
This concept of, instead of feeling isolated, we get to use the internet to bring all of these different schools together and different teachers together who may feel isolated.
The AMF Epic Theater Lab has grown from a virtual space into the in-person space, which was the purpose all along.
I want to welcome you to the 2022 Theater Lab. I'm so excited to be here. Yes! Woo!
The Arthur Miller Foundation's mission is all about sustainable theater programs in New York City public schools. Our teachers, who we call Arthur Miller Fellows, are given 4 different buckets of resources of support: mentorship, cultural partner residencies, classroom resources, and theater tickets to take students to see live professional theater. And the 4th is professional development. Providing our theater teachers with professional development opportunities is crucial, especially when they have the opportunity to work with professionals in the theater industry like Melissa Friedman and Epic Theater Ensemble.
I love working directly with students, but I also really love working with teachers, particularly this group of teachers, the fellows in the Arthur Miller Foundation. Talk about dedicated and devoted. They are seeking out more resources, more support, more ways in, more strategies. It's really exciting to know that something that happens in this room in a professional development workshop is going to reach hundreds of students.
The day after getting to be at one of these workshops or professional developments, I come into school with a spring in my step. That energy is translated to the students. I want to find a way to use these strategies and make them my own, to make sure that there's not any student in my class that feels like this is something that they can't do.
So we are usually in our own bubble. So it was nice to get outside of that and see other people's projects, because when you first brought the idea to us about Enemy of the People, it was very different from what we saw today.
I was so nervous for doing this. Kind of like today I discovered kind of like a new thing about me. I just really like to do this. You know, being out there, at first it was like, what if people say about me? This is like, oh my God. And then afterwards I didn't really care. You know, performing was weirdly enough almost liberating to do.
This is a way to teach authors that I love, that I read in high school and college, but give it their voice as well. So it's not just, oh, we're just reading Arthur Miller or we're just reading Ibsen. We're having a conversation with Arthur Miller. We're having a conversation with Ibsen, and then we're gonna take our conversation and spread it to other high schools.
In seeing everyone's work, watching each other's work, the students get to be a part of an artistic community that they didn't know existed because they just met today. But it turns out that they have been in communication, they've been in practice together since 6 weeks prior. And today is just the culmination of that.
I feel like this project, it actually helped us come together as a class and as our own ensemble.
As a teenager, you're always in the perspective that an adult doesn't necessarily understand you. So you've always have that kind of experience of being unheard, and in a sense, theater gives you that opportunity to be heard or to play that character. It also gives you the ability to step into the shoes of another person.
Coming from live performance to a virtual performance and now back to live performance again, every step of the way, no matter who you talk to, it was nothing less than encouragement, nothing less than fun, it was nothing less than you are involved.
It's fantastic working with the Arthur Miller Foundation because they are so genuinely devoted to working with teachers and supporting their work in reaching students through theater.
I think the focus is to make sure that students understand that everybody has a place in theater.